Let's talk about what to look forward to and what to keep an eye on in women's basketball in a segment I'm calling Court Vision. First up, we have the WNBA CBA negotiations and the impending player lockout. So WNBA players want a higher revenue share percentage so that their salaries are tied to the total revenue the league is bringing in. The league doesn't want to give this to them, and a strike is almost guaranteed at this point as the contract is up on October 31st, 2025. Now, obviously, there's a lot of talk about Kathy versus the players and Kathy versus Nafisa. If you watch the W, or even if you don't watch the W, I'm sure you heard about the drama. And so I'm not going to regurgitate all the information we've already been bombarded with, but I do want to speak on something that I think is not being talked about as much, which is that, yes, the players are fighting with Kathy, but Kathy is not the only boss. She's not the final boss level, as I like to say. The W players are actually fighting the NBA. Kathy is just the face of the WNBA executives right now. The NBA owns 42% of the WNBA, so they've been the ones pulling the strings from the beginning. The W exists because of the NBA. The NBA has subsidized the WNBA from its inception. So it is really the Adam Silvers that have the final say. So yes, Kathy is in a powerful position, but she doesn't hold all of the power here. The NBA hired her, so they are her boss. Adam Silver's recent comments about the CBA negotiations getting too personal is a great example of him trying to downplay the severity of the situation and make it seem like this is about something other than business and paying the players what they deserve. And I want to point out the NBA players had to fight for the exact pay and benefits that they have right now. The NBA has gone through 3 lockouts, through 3 different negotiations. And so I wonder if Adam Silver thinks those lockouts were personal too. Another topic related to the CBA this offseason is free agency. So only 2 players will be free agents this offseason other than those with rookie contracts. So if you are signed to a rookie contract, it is a minimum 4 years with an option to opt out on the 3rd year. The only 2 players not on a rookie contract that won't be free agents this year are Lexi Brown and Kalani Brown. It's kind of interesting that they have the same last name, but whatever. This was very intentional. The players discussed this and timed this with the negotiations on purpose so that they aren't stuck with their old teams. And most importantly, their old contract salaries. So when the league and the players do finally come to an agreement on salary, all the free agents will have access to the higher salaries because they will be signing brand new contracts. Some probably with their old teams and a lot of them with new teams. So it's very possible this off-season free agency will be a madhouse. And we've already kind of seen this trend in past seasons of more WNBA players moving around a lot and teams having to rebuild from scratch. So keeping track of free agency this season will be interesting, but before that can even happen, there needs to be a CBA agreement between the players and the league. Not to mention, we have 2 new expansion teams for 2026 with Portland and Toronto, and their drafts are supposed to happen this year as well, but they might be delayed due to the CBA negotiations. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this episode, and you can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Hoops and Healing, as well as my personal account at amanda.mochi on Instagram, and I will link all of my handles in the description below. See you on the next episode.